Some of the biggest chase cards in Pokemon have taken a huge hit lately while markets continue to bleed lower. But that can only mean opportunity for collectors like us while prices continue to head down. It could be a great time to be thinking about scooping up some of your favorite chase cards. Now, guys, before we kick things off today, I've got some exciting news. Due to popular demand, I've been seeing you guys write this in the comments all the time. We have now officially got a community Discord. So go and see the link in today's video description. I will also link this on my channel as well, guys, in the bio. But we've officially got a community. We're going to be talking all things market, card ideas, finding amazing opportunities together, and simply just hanging out. So please go and join that community, guys. I can't wait to see you over there. But without further ado, let's take a look at the first card today, which is this Zapdos EX from 151. I do talk about this card a lot, guys, but there is a very, very good reason as to why. And if you do watch my videos, you'll know that we like to analyze these kind of market cycle chart patterns. We like to look at past history, and this card is screaming out to me right now that it could be a great time to be buying this Zapdos card. I mean, just look at where we are right now and just look at this previous market cycle pattern. Does it not look like an exact mirror image to you guys? And these patterns repeat. Okay, these patterns repeat all the time. And what we saw back in August is a huge price pump in a percentage form. It looks quite small compared to this one, but it's pretty much the same. All the way from 58 up to $95 pretty much. I think we got to 96. We came down and we found a floor here. You can see we couldn't really break this level of around $65, I think was the low, providing us great support. And then once again, we saw a breakout, a huge pump to the upside. And now we're seeing this this kind of pullback, this phase that's needed, obviously, when price is insanely overpriced. And we're getting this market floor coming again of support of around $100. Look, we've tried a few times. We've come down at 103, couldn't do it. Came down again, 102, couldn't do it. Came up, came down again. We're sitting around that 100 to 102, couldn't do it. So I wouldn't be surprised, guys, if we're seeing a pretty strong level of support in the market right now for this Zapdos card. And, you know, I'm not surprised. We've got all three legendary birds, one of the most hyped up nostalgic sets of all time. Special illustration, silver border, textured feel to it. Fantastic card, in my opinion, guys. One of the best from 151, in my opinion. And I think while we're being given possibly the last chance to grab this card at around or just under $100, I don't know what you can find, guys, in your local area or online, but probably maybe the last time. I'm not too sure. I could be totally wrong, but I do think $100 for a card like this from 151 is not bad at all. Next up, we've got a little bit of a different one. We've got the Darkrai VSTAR, and we don't see many Darkrai cards about, in my opinion. I do really love the new Mega Evolution Darkrai from Pitch Black. I think that's phenomenal. But touching on this one, very different artwork style again, that kind of pastel work design. I love this kind of door, I think it is, in the background. Fantastic card, guys. I am all for this card, and I personally love Darkrai a lot. And I think this card really does do this Pokemon justice. And we've seen huge popularity in this card over the past 12 months. And I think that's actually coming down to more of the set that this card is from than the card itself. Crown Zenith is phenomenal, guys. It has some of the best cards and like an amazing hit rate, pull rate, so many chase cards. And I am a big fan of the Galarian Gallery, Trainer Gallery, like the yellow border style cards that we saw in the previous era. And I'm going to do a video on those guys soon because I think they are going to become unaffordable actually for us, the average collector, you know, everyday collector, very, very soon. But this Darkrai card is awesome. We've seen obviously a massive pump from March, literally more than doubling in price. But again, while we are being given this opportunity, the market's pulling back. These cards are obviously in a correction phase. We don't know how far these cards are going to drop. And, you know, just judging by the last one, it wasn't a huge drop on this card, only sort of like, what, $10? That's nothing. This card is beautiful, and you know, the Crown Zenith, Galarian Gallery cards, they're becoming harder to find. They're not going to be printed anymore. They're going to become more nostalgic, and of course, the conditions on these cards are just going to become worse and worse and harder to find. So, I think while we are, you know, still just only a few years after the printing of these cards, look, 2023, we are still in pretty good opportunity time frame to grab some of these cards at decent prices, guys. So, yeah, keep your eyes peeled on this Darkrai. It's a banger. Next up, the Gardevoir from Paldean Fates. Another great set and great card, guards. We have so many cool Gardevoir cards, but in my opinion, this is one of the best. I love this cute little Wooper in the background. And holding very strong, guys, throughout this, you know, summer slump we're in right now. And, you know, I talk about these cards that hold very well when there's fear in the markets and, you know, money is leaving Pokemon. But this Gardevoir's just been chopping around by sort of 15, 20 bucks here and there. holding fairly strong. And while we are at the bottom of this range, it looks like this kind of support level here of around 185, 180. Could be a good time to start thinking about pulling the trigger on this Gardevoir. Who knows how low we could head on this card in the future. I don't see us coming as low as $110. I think those days are over. We are getting on in this set now, and obviously Paldean Fates is such an expensive set as it is, but this Gardevoir card, absolutely beautiful. And while we are under $200, which very well couldn't last for very much longer if we're coming to the end of the summer slump now, could be a good time to pull the trigger on this one too, guys. But again, I could be totally wrong, but I think this is a beautiful card. Next up, now this one, I want to just highlight something quite important on this card. I think most of you guys and every collector in the hobby should really think about on this card. Now, 151 is a modern reprint of the original base set, I guess, if you want to call it that, right? 151, the original 151 Pokemon that were in existence, Generation 1. We've seen a modern reprint of this card a couple years ago, which just featured the original Pokemon. And as we know, this was one of the most hyped up sets ever, and it brought a lot of people back to the hobby, a lot of old collectors, a lot of nostalgic people, and it brought everyone back to the hobby, and they love it. And this card is just a complete cameo of literally original 151 Pokemon. I mean, how cool is that? Where do we see a card like that? We've even got a Gengar in the bottom left corner, which is phenomenal. And of course, the star of the show, the Pikachu. Now, again, guys, this card has seen insane growth over the past 12 months. And something else which is holding very strong over the past kind of 6 months, while we are in this fear stage in the market, this Pikachu card has held very, very strong. While we've seen a lot of 151 actually come down by loads, this card has been holding very strong. And I think it's because it really is the star of the show, guys. And we are going to see this card, I think, experience some really, really big price gains in the future. 1 to 2 years as we obviously get into different eras, different evolutions, and these cards become harder to find and the conditions start to vary. This is the star of the show in 151, guys. The complete cameo collection of 151. Under $100. I know it's a lot, guys, but I think while it is still under $100, it is definitely one to consider as probably one of the best Pikachu illustration rares to exist. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Next up, we've got the what's the word I'm thinking about? What's the word I'm thinking for? The huge dinosaur in Japan that like goes absolutely crazy. I don't know why I'm forgetting this. But anyway, Godzilla. There it is. The Godzilla Charizard. Phenomenal card. Super underlooked. Super slept on. I know hardly anyone likes it, but I think it is the only Charizard VMAX card to exist. And if we do revisit the VMAX cards again, guys, in the future, which we could well do, like we are doing with the Mega Evolution cards right now. We first saw those in the XY era about 10 to 12 years ago. Then these cards could experience like a second chain reaction growth. And obviously with this being a Charizard, I think, it's a no-brainer really. It's a pretty affordable price. We're under $50. Super cool promo from the Charizard UPC. The only VMAX card available for Charizard. And yeah, beautiful card to have in the binder. I mean, everyone loves Charizard and a pretty good price, I think. So definitely one to keep your eyes on right now while we are just slowly grinding up and up and up. Then we've got the Ceruledge from Surging Sparks. And I'm a little bit biased on this one, guys. I have put this one in here today because I think it's a great buying opportunity. But I also love Ceruledge. It's my favorite Pokemon, if you guys don't know. Pretty new Pokemon from Generation 9. And I think it got an absolutely amazing introduction into the Pokemon hobby. And, has some of the coolest cards out there, I think. But this Surging Sparks one is definitely one of the best. And again, another card which is just held very, very strong. We've been going up and sideways throughout this market retracement that we're in. This card is holding very, very strong, and I think that's simply for one reason, is that it's an undervalued, beautiful piece of artwork. Ceruledge is a wicked Pokemon. Surging Sparks is a really cool set. Of course, we've got that crazy Pikachu top chase card in the set, but there are so many other bangers in that set. And even if you're not a fan of the Ceruledge, guys, beautiful colors. And who doesn't love to grab illustration rares at great prices? Just $25. I think that's a phenomenal opportunity. Next up, we've got the Machoke from 151. Another absolute banger with Pokemon cameos. We've got the Meowth, we've got the Pidgey, Machoke clearly moving in or moving out here. I'm not sure what they're doing, but great card, great illustration rare. One of the most hyped up sets of all time, 151. I know I repeat myself, guys, but it is just plain and simple. It is out there for you. We are in a great opportunity right now from the high of around $30, $28. While we are in this pullback phase, guys, anywhere is a great time to scoop this card up. If you want to be patient and you think this is going to go down a bit more, be my guest. But we know what the Pokemon market does. And as we can see here, this card basically just chopped around before it exploded. And, we can't expect there to be a huge drop on this card because we just haven't seen it before. And I do think that just $23 for a Machoke 151 IR is a damn good price anyway. Then we've got the Wailord from Journey Together, and I just absolutely love the colors on this. I have this on my desk right now. I just have it here because I love looking at it. I think it's such a cool card. Another really cheap illustration rare in my opinion. We haven't got many cool Wailord cards apart from the like Magikarp Wailord Sun and Moon cards, tag teams. I love those cards, but this one, banger from Journey Together. We've obviously seen kind of two market cycle top highs here of around $20. We failed to go any higher back in June, but you know, who cares, because that's only just given us a great opportunity to pick this card up at a lower price. $15 for a beautiful, beautiful card like this, guys. Looks phenomenal in the binder on like a watery sunset page. Awesome card, awesome Pokemon at a great price. Next, the Snorlax 151 ETB promo. Now this one, guys, whenever I have gone to buy it or take a look at it, it's just seemed to have always stayed at around about $20 for this card. And I don't know how long it's going to stay there because I think it's such a cool card. We've got the Pidgey, the Diglett, the Snorlax. I think it's cool because it is it's the ETB promo, guys. I think that does make it pretty exclusive. You know, you can't pull this card. It is strictly only from the ETB, which is just going to make this card harder to find as people keep these products sealed in the future. And I think for such a nostalgic Pokemon, such a cool artwork, and you know, beautiful promo from 151 at just $20, I think you'd be a bit mad not to buy it, to be honest. If you don't already have it, and perhaps maybe you got a little bit of extra capital laying around, maybe you didn't know about this one. I think it's a good one to add to the collection, guys. Great one to add to the binder. And who knows how long we'll stay at $20, because I think if we didn't have this 151 pullback and obviously, you know, the summer slump we're in, we probably would have seen this trend just keep going up. And obviously we're seeing a correction right now, but as soon as we start going up again, you know, it's onwards to 30, to 40, to 50, and who knows. So these are 10 bangers, guys, that I think, you know, pretty important to keep your eyes peeled on right now, that are all down from their all-time highs, all at pretty respectable percentage discounts, if you want to call it that. But yeah, let me know what you think to these guys in the comments. Let me know if you already have these. Let me know what you guys are buying right now while prices are down. I love to hear what you guys are grabbing while we are being given the discounts across the board in Pokemon right now. And of course, join the Discord, guys. That is now live. I cannot wait to see you guys over there. And as always, I will leave a link above of my last video, so go and give that one a watch. Like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.